Hey everybody, sorry for the late start here. We had some unexplained gremlins come into our software and didn't want to let us on, but we fixed it and we're back. I'm Horacio Jones, your host here for Cinemastream. It's a beautiful Sunday out there. I bet everybody's out there enjoying it. It feels like summer in October. And I think today, after the show's over, I'm going to take these clothes off and head to the beach. Well, maybe I'll keep some shorts on or something. I'm not going to go totally naked. Today, we've got special guest Sunny Vachher from Wired Casting who's going to join us. He's a producer, an entrepreneur, and co-founder of Wired Casting, who's launching in San Diego. We'll talk more about that when he gets on. Right now, let's hit up some local news. Let's switch to it. Okay, so this week in local film news, the GI Film Festival is coming up on October 18th through the 22nd, 2017. It features a local film showcase starring or made by veterans. It's presented by the GI Film Group, the Film Consortium, and KPBS. The films screen at various venues around San Diego, including AMC Mission Valley and Regal Cinemas. Get tickets and find out more information at gifilmfestivalsd.org. Okay, also there's a new San Diego film that's premiering up in LA from October 14th through the 19th in 2017. It's a feature film written by Lisa Brune and directed by Terry Ross called Carving a Life. The theatrical release is at the Los Angeles Arena Cinema. Recently it was awarded the Award of Recognition at the Indie Fest Film Awards, and it features great local SD actors Carenza Laguerre, Lisa Winans, Laura Bolin, Lisette Ben-Ray, Tyler Brune, and Aaron Bernstein. For more information, visit www.carvingalife.com. And last but not least, we have Wired Casting launching in San Diego. It's a new site for connecting San Diego actors and filmmakers. It has a free trial offer, and it offers a cool app for doing remote auditions for LA castings. Wired Casting doesn't just provide audition opportunities, they also provide content in-house and providing more opportunities for actors to work. Find out more at wiredcasting.com. And we're back here in the studio. Thank you for joining us, Sunny.
Thank you for having me.
How's your weekend going?
Pretty good. It's
Awesome.
a nice day out in San Diego. You know, I can't
Yeah,
complain about
thanks
that.
for coming down from LA to here.
It's my pleasure.
So tell me a little bit, how did you get started in film? Or before even that, where are you from? What's your background like?
So I'm from India.
Okay.
I was born in India, but I was raised in Los Angeles. And I actually went to school at Cal State Northridge, and then I went to Pepperdine in Malibu. Got my MBA and also my business degree in finance. And I had a corporate finance background actually before I got into the movie industry. And you know, it was a time when all markets were down and we had a recession going on, and I actually lost my job at that point. So I went back to school. I went back to Pepperdine, got my MBA, and during my master's program is when I started going out like for print jobs and for commercials. Kind of got started in acting just by mistake, you know, by accident, and got pretty busy with it. And so that led me to go more into acting as well as into producing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a lucky break for you that you got laid off.
Well, you know, yeah, actually yes, but it was lucky break in the sense that I really had to work at it. It wasn't something that I just jumped in and you know, it just took off.
Sure.
It definitely took several years to be able to establish myself. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't the easiest thing. I don't think it's easy for anybody.
No, I don't think
Very
so.
few
you
actors
hear these
get
stories
like
about people just getting discovered.
Yeah,
you know,
that is
like
so
maybe
rare.
0.1%.
No, I didn't get discovered. I think I discovered myself.
Oh, good one, yeah.
So yeah, it was great.
So did you like get an agent and all that?
You know, the funny thing is I actually did not have an agent.
Oh.
I was my own agent. I was my own manager.
Oh, okay.
I did try to get agents in the very beginning, and a few wanted to actually represent me, but I didn't have a resume. I didn't have any acting work, so I didn't feel comfortable being on their roster when they're putting me out for jobs, and I'm also being sort of I'm also competing with those actors who've already been in the business for so long with whoever resume. So I thought I'd just let me get some experience on my belt, and let me get a resume together, and then I'll reach out to the agents and to the managers. And in the process, I just learned how to manage myself, and how you can be the best agent and you can be the best manager for yourself. Nobody else can do it better than you can.
Oh, okay, that's good advice.
That was my take. That was something I learned, and I think that's something I shared with a lot of friends who were also starting off. Who want to be actors. I said, just try to be your own agent and be your own manager for now. Until you get to a point where you are required to have someone who's on like a higher level.
So you dedicated hours and hours, obviously, looking through casting calls and going to auditions.
Absolutely,
like
I would go to 7 to 10 auditions a day almost.
Oh wow.
I would go out to Hollywood and just spend all my day at Starbucks. Wait there while I have my next audition. So it had become a really fun thing to be in, and I always wanted to be in the movie business, since I was a kid. I think 4 or 5 years old, and so something that I was very fascinated by and very passionate about. So I'm really glad that I got to do, and I'm doing what I love doing now. But going to the auditions was such a process, because in the beginning it was nerve-wracking, and then it just became repetitive, and then it became a place where I'm very comfortable and I can kind of just come in casually, walk in, walk out, and not feel that nerve, that like crazy, not feel so nervous anymore. But I wanted more challenge, from it. I wanted to be challenged, because I'm very ambitious myself. So I like challenges. I like bigger things happening around me all the time. And I knew the next big thing for me was to jump into production and step behind the camera and learn that aspect of things. And coming from someone who, coming from a place where I have no film background, I have no film school experience, I have no film knowledge or film degree, so I learned everything on set, just on hands.
That's great. That's what I did too.
Yeah.
I mean, just interning for companies and buying my own equipment and just going out there and making films or little commercials or whatever.
Absolutely, that's the way to do it.
So yeah, props to you for doing that.
Thank you.
And then you transitioned from acting to producing.
Yeah.
And then did you make some short films or documentaries or TV shows?
I did. I actually started off with short films, and I probably produced well over 50 some short films.
Oh, wow.
Now, I mean, since 2013, yeah. In the past 4 years, I probably produced over 50 some shorts. Many of which have gone to like Cannes Film Festival, South by Southwest, San Diego Film Awards.
Yeah, that just happened last week.
Yeah. So a bunch of shorts have gone many places and have received a lot of recognition.
Did you find that opened doors for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe in trying to have a door open, not just for myself, but also for others. One of the things that I think most filmmakers and most actors, one thing that they normally get stopped at, or one big obstacle that I think we all go through is the fact that there's not that many doors open. Especially in Hollywood, there's not that many doors open. So my goal was, if I'm working with someone, I want to have big open doors for everybody. I want people to come in and be able to collaborate and create more work, create more content, and so that's what helped me sort of build a team of filmmakers that I can work with. Many of whom I met on set, many of whom that I met while I was auditioning. We became friends, and we created projects together.
Okay, that's a great story. Yeah, it always gets me like, what is the point of making a short film? Because it doesn't seem like it's something you're going to make money out of. I think it's more for learning and, hopefully going to festivals and opening some doors and, showing that you're a good producer or director or something like that.
Absolutely. I think a short film is a great way to really get good exposure for talent. Create content that could eventually and potentially become either a television series or even a feature film. Nowadays, that's happening a lot. because the times are so, the times are so now like Netflix, Hulu, and being on Amazon and YouTube and going on iTunes. Just the content is so easy to make and so easy to be able to get online that there are more people that are actually picking up content from shorts. And short films now, actually, you can even get film distribution on.
I think Amazon is starting something with
Amazon, I believe, has a short film section. Netflix has a shorts.
Oh, do they?
They have a short section. YouTube, of course, is the biggest, I think, platform for shorts. Especially if you're just wanting to create a short film that's going to go online from the beginning. That's the great way to get a major exposure. If you don't intend to do the whole festival route, because that's a great way to also put it in front on the table in front of big television executives and film executives.
The festival route?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any tips on getting your film accepted into festivals?
Yeah. Number one, keep it short.
Oh yeah. What do you think is optimum length?
Keep it below 15 minutes.
Okay.
Because many of the major festivals and the good ones that all filmmakers want to go on, you should keep it under 15 minutes. Have a really good concept that is really easy to tell, and it's not, have a short film that's not complicated. Because if it's too complicated, it doesn't really make sense to people, and it leaves you with your mind just wondering why did you make this? So have a really simple story that can be told in a short period of time, because see, festivals like short films that are shorter, because that way they can program more films into one-day schedule. If yours is too long, chances are you may get disqualified from a lot of festivals. I know I've done shorts that are up to 22 minutes long, and we've had a hard time getting it into festivals, and you have to keep cutting the timing down to like 15, which means shaving off 7 minutes off of a short film is almost taking like a big part of the film away.
Probably doesn't make sense anymore.
Well, somehow it still does, but that's really tough.
Yeah, I've heard that film festival programmers, they like to do blocks of short films, and so the shorter that your film is, the more chance you have of getting it.
Absolutely. And the shorter it is, it's the better, because the people who are watching the films during the festival are also looking for they're looking for ideas, and they're looking for short, sweet, and simple ideas that they can go on and turn into a complicated project. If you're presenting it complicated in the beginning, it pushes people away.
I see.
That's been my experience.
Good tips.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're just joining us with Sunny Vachher of Wired Casting. And speaking of Wired Casting, you are co-founder of that with Vinay, who I met a couple weeks ago at the San Diego Filmmakers meeting. Well, actually, I met his dad, and then through his dad, I met Vinay. Yeah. Right, it's cool. So tell us about Wired Casting. How did you get started in that? So
Wired Casting is a really wonderful platform. I'll actually backtrack just a little bit so I can give some history. Wired Casting is the expansion to our studio in Hollywood. We started Hollywood Casting in Film 5 years ago, and we've had that in LA, and we provide space to casting directors and to filmmakers, and we have tons of actors who come to audition on a daily basis. And one of the problems that we saw that was already out there was a lot of the local markets. There's so many filmmakers and so many actors that are, say, in San Diego, or somewhere in Texas, or somewhere in like the East Coast, that don't have access to castings, that don't have access to groups of filmmakers. And so we wanted to branch out, and we wanted to be able to help these people. We realized that if you can't come to LA, then why can't Hollywood come to you, right? If you're passionate about being in film, if you're passionate about being an actor, there's no reason why you have to try to bend over backwards just to get to Hollywood. If we can provide that space in your city with filmmakers in your city, that's the ideal situation. And that's how we brought Wired Casting on to San Diego. We created Wired Casting for for local filmmakers, as well as for the local actors to be able to collaborate with each other and create short films, get more castings. Those who sign up on the website have access to projects that are casting in San Diego, as well as projects that are casting in Los Angeles. And as we begin to grow in more cities, anyone that's part of Wired Casting will have access to castings pretty much throughout the country.
That sounds like a really good opportunity for local actors. Let's check out your website. We can just kind of scroll through it here. Get that live, Chris? Yeah. And so you can like join for free.
Yeah, so you can join for free,
Let's
create
go
a
full
profile.
screen on that, Chris. The intensity shuttle. There we go. Okay.
There you go. All right. So yeah, you can definitely create a profile for free and get started. One of the great things that we built into Wired Casting is being able to audition remotely. So if there's two types of auditions. There's one is going to be it's a casting that's going to be in person, and one that's going to be online. So we wanted to make this completely online so that anybody can hop on and see what they qualify for and be able to submit for this audition.
That's really cool. And they just do it through their phones?
Yeah. You can create your audition through your phone, or some actors from what I've seen in LA even are very professional and will go on and they'll set up a studio in their own bedroom to do self-tapes. And so it's a great platform to be able to submit your self-taped videos to filmmakers that are casting, and it's also a great platform for filmmakers to find talent that is local to San Diego. There are actually projects already casting on the website now.
What do cats look like? Shoots on November 4th. Okay, cool. Menteith, Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, San Diego. Cool. Front pitch. So
yeah,
that's awesome. I think as an actor, it's great to be able to do that without making that 4-hour drive to LA as it is now.
Absolutely. And of course, if they get a call back, they can choose to drive to Los Angeles. If the project is there, if the filming is there, that's up to them. They can go there. But we're trying to bring more projects from San Diego to Wired right now.
Yeah, and speaking of that, you also have like local filmmakers creating content right here in San Diego, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We've partnered with about 10 different filmmakers so far, and we're creating short films with all of them. We've got them together, so we're actually we're going to be collaborating on shorts. I'm actually mentoring all these filmmakers, and I'm also helping them produce these shorts. And the goal is for them to collaborate with each other and create content in San Diego and find local actors, and also have the filming completely done in San Diego.
Awesome. And we made a little video explaining more about that. Let's play that up, Chris.
Hi, my name is Hunter Forcier.
Hi, I'm Alice Sheehan. My name is Arnold. I'm from Paris, France.
Hi, my name is Morgan.
Hi, I'm Darren. I'm a director.
Hi, I'm Austin.
Hi, my name is Jesus.
Hi, I'm Sam Beeler. I'm a director.
Hi, my name is Emily Casebold. I'm a writer, and I've written 2 pilots and worked on a few short films. My degree is in music technology and composition.
I graduated with an Associates of Science in Audio Production.
I studied recording arts at Chico State University.
I'm always interested in learning new things, meeting new people, and taking advantage of new opportunities.
I'm very excited to work with all of the equipment available and excited for the future with Wired Casting.
I'm really excited to work at Wired Casting because there are so many stories that need to be told.
This is a great opportunity for all filmmakers, sound engineers, and actors and writers, directors to get to where they need to be.
I really want to help foster the San Diego film community, be part of this creative, artistic industry in the city that I live in and that I love.
Great. That sounds like a really cool program that you guys are offering.
Yeah, we're really excited to have this platform, be built and be used in San Diego. We want to build a community and grow that community. with filmmakers, with actors, all kinds of artists.
Yeah, I think that's great because as a local actor, we're looking for jobs, and there's all these like Facebook groups and Craigslist and stuff. It'd be nice if somehow that could all be like into one, network that everybody
Absolutely.
could access.
Yeah, I think San Diego is the next big city, after Los Angeles, that's really just waiting to create big studios and start having,
There's
big
a lot of
films
talent
get
here,
filmed.
yeah, sure.
And so I think San Diego has been asking for it, and I hope that we see more of that in the future.
Fantastic. And speaking of films, I think you recently produced a feature film.
I did, yes.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. I created and produced a sci-fi supernatural drama. The film is titled One Under the Sun, and the film premiered at Cannes Film Festival last year in 2016.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then we had a debut at Comic-Con here, just following Cannes.
Wow.
And the film released in March of this year, and it's available on Hulu. It's on Netflix. It's also on Amazon Prime, iTunes. I mean, you can name it. It's pretty much on all those platforms.
Okay.
And yeah, the film is really about bringing people together and trying to stop war from happening between each other, really trying to become one. The story follows a female astronaut who goes on a space mission to Mars and comes back after 3 years with supernatural powers that help her that help her create a better world, that help her create a more one world. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to do something that was really unique, something that was really original, and create a story that was about love and about becoming one together. Mm-hmm. And the fact that we all live in the same world, same space, and that there should be no reason for people to fight, for people to hate each other. So, the film just recently released, and we're excited. We've had a pretty good success with the film, and it's available online if you want to watch it.
Awesome. Well, we have a trailer that we can show.
Yeah.
Let's cue that up.
Good morning. I work for the Director of National Intelligence. What's the last thing you remember?
I was in my daughter's room and I was looking at the stars. I have a daughter.
Doctor said that we should appreciate the time we have with her.
Amelia!
I need to see my husband and my little girl.
And you will, just as soon as we know it's safe.
Is the door locked to keep me safe?
No, Dr. Voss. It's locked to keep us safe.
Oh my God.
What did I see? What did I see that caused all this?
What's going on here? Someone has a vested interest in keeping the truth from us.
They just don't want us to know.
You're saying she's not human?
Not anymore.
What if she's not crazy? What if we're the crazy ones?
You've been lying to me! You're never gonna let me see my family again!
It's easy to give up, to fall into despair. It is only when we endure do we find it in ourselves to achieve greatness. It's too hard.
When has anything ever been too hard for you?
Wow, fantastic, man. It looks pretty intense.
Thank you.
It looks really good. It looks like a big budget feature.
Absolutely. It was crazy. It was crazy to make this movie. Making features is I think it's such a difficult part. It's just a difficult part of being in the movie business, because it really brings a lot of people together, but at the same time you also need a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I think if you have money, you can make anything.
For sure. But it's finding it that's a trick.
That's a very difficult thing to find.
Tell us, from your experience as a producer, to other producers out there that may be watching, how do they go about getting their film funded? What are some tips that you can tell them?
Sure. Well, I think it's really important to have a film press kit.
Okay.
You need a press kit, which is basically a deck of, really, really like detailed information about the story.
Like a slide deck?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to talk about who you want to cast or who you'd like to cast. What your sales projections will be like. From this movie. What kind of territories are you going to be reaching out to? What's your audience? I would recommend that anyone out there who's looking for funding, that you reach out to talent agents, talent managers. Try to create a partnership with someone, because that really helps when you are creating the deck, and as well as reach out to film funds and film financing companies that can help you, that can give you a sales projection, of what you're creating. And that becomes a deck, and then you present that deck to other studio or to a company that's going to help you fund it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how on earth do you figure out what the sales projections are going to be?
Yeah, I mean, those are just, one thing is to work with a sales agent. Is to reach out to a sales agent, present your deck, present your film, get their opinion on what they think the film will do, as financially. Because that financial projections goes into your deck, which then gets presented to a film financing company or to a film fund, who then looks at all the detailed information that you provided, from the creators to people who are supporting your film, to maybe a talent agency that's on board. What kind of cast you're looking to cast in the film.
Do you just put out wow, I think this would be great if Tom Cruise starred in it?
Hey, if you see Tom Cruise as that character, there's no reason why you can't have that photo in, why you can't have that name in your deck, because it's not a guaranteed, it's not a guaranteed deck. It's just it's just a presentation to a film fund, and once it's funded, then you can reach out to Tom Cruise's or whoever it is, their team, and try to pursue that one actor.
Okay.
So.
And then, when you're in a room with the potential investors, how much time do you normally get? Should it be short? Should it be 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
If someone's interested, they'll give you much longer than you imagine.
Okay.
If they're not interested, they'll give you 5 minutes or less.
Okay.
Yeah. That's been my experience. Every time I've met someone who I've worked with has been very very giving, actually. I've been lucky enough to work with a lot of investors who've helped create my feature, but also gave us a lot of their time and love. So then I also met those who were not interested and passed on the film, passed on the deck, just had no genuine interest in wanting to create a film. So.
Yeah, and you just don't know what they're looking for or anything like that.
I don't think anybody knows.
Yeah.
It's just something that you put out there, and you hope that somebody will try to understand what you're creating. And if they do, it's great, because then they have an interest in it.
About say for your last feature, how many people did you go through before you finally found investors?
It was actually a really wonderful experience, because myself, along with my two creators, which are both of my film directors. And that is Vincent Tran and Rihanna Hartley. The three of us really reached out to a friend circle of ours that helped us basically get funded. One of my teammates reached out to a friend who was looking to invest in film, and we pitched the story to him, and he loved it, and he came on board. The next thing we knew, we had someone else who also heard about the story and also wanted to invest. And it just kind of trickled into it just became like a chain reaction.
I'm sure once you get one person investing, then that kind of makes it safe for other people to invest, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you have one, then you know that someone else is definitely going to be more interested in you. And so we actually had six investors in the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the great thing is that when you have investors, the one thing you want to do is get film distribution as soon as the film is out, because that's the only way to make money back.
Exactly.
And we've been lucky that we actually got distribution I'd say 2 months after we came back from Cannes. So, you know, our whole film distribution process started very quickly. And I'm glad because we were able to, you know, we were able to make money back and be able to pay back the investors.
Well, I guess that's the whole point, right?
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Plus, you had a lot of fun doing it, I'm sure.
Absolutely, we had a great time. We were on set for 15 days.
Really, that's all?
We finished the film in 15 days. Yeah. Well, okay. So principal photography was 15 days.
But of course, the editing and all that stuff.
Yeah. That so I mean, in all, it took a full year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're producing something else now, right?
I am. I'm actually working on a new feature film that's in development, and that's called The Grandmaster. The Grandmaster follows the journey of a 7-year-old girl who's autistic, and she has a talent. She has a special talent of playing chess, and she wants to become the world champion of chess.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, that sounds pretty fascinating.
It is. I'm excited about it. It's a new project. It's also female driven. You know, we got a female lead, and we're actually looking for our female lead girl who and we're looking for a 7-year-old girl who is autistic, who's autistic in real life. So we're looking for a real autistic girl. We really want to jump into that world, and you know, I personally would like people to be able to see what it's like to be a part of that, you know, that life.
That's something
I've
that's
worked with a lot of
happening
kids.
more and more in the United States.
You know,
So
I work with a lot of kids who, you know, like kids with special needs, and this is the first time that I'm going to be working with someone who is going to be autistic. I've met many kids who are, and they're very different. They're very different from most kids. So you know, their world is very different. That's something we can't even imagine, and we want to bring that to the big screen.
All right, man. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Good luck with Wired Casting launching in San Diego. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And everybody, be sure to check out wiredcasting.com. And also, would help us out if you enjoy the show to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/CinemaStreamSD. That's it for today. I hope everybody has a great rest of their Sunday. Thanks for joining us. And I'm going to leave you with a trailer that I recently finished for a short film of mine called We All Need Someone. All right, see you guys next week, 1 o'clock. Peace.
Thank you.
Good morning, wake up. What are we gonna do today?
Damn it, we are not together anymore.
But
Remember, you're just staying on the couch until you get a job.
baby, I got you some flowers.
Oh, stop tearing up my garden. I worked so hard to get those to grow.
You gotta do something. You never know about these nuts. They can turn on you over nothing.
I can't handle you and your crazy anymore.
Look, one day you're gonna realize this is all for the best. It's best to walk away graciously. You let her go, she don't appreciate you. Doesn't matter if she's real or not. As a matter of fact, I got just the girl for you.
Bye.
Pedro, wait, what are you talking about? Where are you going? I need you!